This is in reference to the fake post that was put out about me in the Gleaner in this corrupt country. I want all my family to know that I'm alive and well, and I'm filthy rich. You understand? And I want for nothing. Second of all, I want the owners that put out these nasty allegations about me in this corrupt third world country to know that I will see you in court. I just had a gun drawn on me a second ago by a man that I don't even know. I am alive. I am well. I've been hearing stories that I am dead, that I am missing, and I am alive and well. I've been traveling throughout all 14 parishes through Airbnb. Airbnb is a lot that I'm alive, aware that I am alive and well. Okay? Please disregard any nonsense that you hear from the Gleaner. They will be hearing from my lawyers. I will send out a cease and desist. But this is just to let everybody know I'm alive and I'm well. And I'm still filthy fucking rich. Have a great day.
Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. If you've never been here before, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell next to the subscribe button so we're notified every time a new video goes up on SouFLoTV. We normally follow stories like these, and we follow them all the way through to the end. That means whether the person was found or years later the person is still not found, or the person was found dead and someone was charged, and did the person go to trial and how many years they got. We normally follow our stories through. So if you want to be notified every time a new update is posted, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it. This particular story, I'm taking it from the Jamaica Gleaner. Now, when the Jamaica Gleaner first printed it, the headline says vanished into thin air. Then it said rent-a-car company fuming after American pause car go missing. In other words, to a lot of people who read only the headline, it kind of felt like they were fuming over a car more than they were over a missing woman. But I know that most of them did not get the whole story. So here is the whole story via the Gleaner. For 40 days after an American woman rented a 2017 Toyota Corolla from 6 rental car at the Sangster International Airport, she seems to have disappeared into thin air and the vehicle is nowhere to be found. That sent a lot of people into a panic. Oh my God, an American went to Jamaica, rented a car, she disappeared, her and the car. 40 days later, no one's been able to locate her or the car. This is serious. I'm scared. I'm never going to Jamaica. You know how the comment sections go already. Alright, all the details. The woman, whose name is Antilia M. Sterling, who tendered a New York State driver's license and a Visa card to the National Rental Agency operated by Montagonian, Orville, and Nadine Spence, was scheduled to return the car on November 15th. Keep track of these dates. It's going to get very interesting. November 15th, she rented a car. November 15th, she was supposed to return a rented car. However, she did not return upon the time agreed for her to return the vehicle, nor has she answered her phone. They have failed to get in contact with her. They also said that she stopped payment on the charges for the car. If you have a credit card, you can call your credit card company, say, hey, I'm no longer in business with these people, can you stop those charges, or else charges are going to continue to incur for services I am not receiving, and your company will stop those charges from going out. Therefore, the rental car company can no longer charge the card for the days that the car itself is missing. She stopped payment on the charges for the car. And this was said by Orville Spence, the Montagonian who operates the rental car business from which she got the car from. He said that despite efforts to reach Sterling through emails, phone calls, whatever means, She has remained unresponsive, not getting in touch with them, not answering any of their contacts. A report has been made to the police at Sangster. Sangster, for those of y'all who don't know, we have two airports. We have Donald Sangster's International Airport, which is located in Montego Bay, Jamaica. And then we have the Norman Manley International Airport, which is located in Kingston, Jamaica. Those are our two major airports. So a report had been made to the police at Sangster, and Spence said that the last time he saw any footprints by her was on Facebook on December 7th. Now remember, she came in before she was supposed to, and she agreed to drop the vehicle off. You know, you come in, you rent your vehicle, your time to leave, or you just don't need the vehicle anymore. You return the vehicle to the rental car agency. You can't just keep a vehicle that is rented indefinitely. So she was supposed to return it November 15th. She did not. I mean, November 30th. November 30th. She did not. November 15th. On December 7th, so from November 15th to December 7th, he said she posted photos of herself at Dunn's River Fall on Facebook. These are many days after she was supposed to report this car, or she was supposed to return this rented car. Sterling has, however, been busy, and on November 30th incorporated two businesses. This is the person who is supposed to return the car. They are finding footprints of her. She incorporated two businesses. Footprints show she's been busy on the island. On November 30th, she incorporated two businesses at Company's Office of Jamaica under the name of Lantilia Limited and Antilia, one with L, Lantilia, and then another one, An with a A, Antilia International and Lantilia Limited, both bearing addresses in Cousins Cove in Lucy. A man by the name of Everton Neal, also of Cousins Cove, was registered as the manager of these two businesses. On arrival in the island on November 7th, Sterling gave immigration the Coco La Palm Hotel in Negril as the address at which she would be staying. You know, when you come in, they kind of ask where you're going to be staying. How long are you planning on being on the island for? What is your purpose of travel? Is it business or pleasure or a bit of both? Etc., etc. She gave that she was going to be staying at Coco La Palm Hotel in Negril. She entered the island November 7th. I said, keep a track of the days. She entered on November 7th. She agreed to return the car on November 15th. However, she was not heard from or has not returned any efforts to contact her. On December 7th, posts of herself at Dunn's River Falls were posted to Facebook. She opened two businesses, incorporated two businesses in Jamaica. And there's a name of a man, Everton Neal, who is supposed to be the manager of these two businesses, right? On November 7th, she arrived on the island. She gave that Coco Palms is where she was going to be staying. But by the time she reached the rental agency, her address had changed to Point Village, also in Negril. So when you rent the vehicle, you give an address of where your vehicle is going to be staying. By the time she got to so when she entered the country, she told them Coco Palms. By the time she got to the rental car company to pick up the car, she told them a different address. Deception. Already. She came into the country on a JetBlue flight at approximately 1:59 p.m. They have a lot of details about her from John F. Kennedy International in New York, and there is no record of her leaving the island. That was one of the first questions I asked. The first question I asked was, okay, I hope before news media took this story and printed it, that they at least did a check to find out if the documents she flew in on shows any trace of her flying out of the country. You know, basic stuff. And they did. And there is no record of her leaving the island. Her license carries a Bronx address in New York. The police so far has journeyed to Negril, checking the properties that she said she was going to be staying at. None of those places has any record of her ever arriving at any of those places or ever departing from any of those places. Okay. Again, deception. Remember, when she first came into the country, she gave them one address at the airport, right? When she got to the rental agency to pick the vehicle up, she gave them another address. Police went looking for her at all these addresses. None of them have any record of her even arriving there, let alone leaving there. No check-in, no check-out. None of those places have any records. However, there is information that she was seen in Cousins Cove, the area where the person who manages or is listed as the manager of the two businesses she incorporated also has his address. The Gleaner now checks with the police, confirms that an investigation has been launched into the missing car. The car registered 7231 H as in Harry, L as in Lima, 7231HL. But they would not give any further details. They said that this was an active case, so they're not going to speak on anything right now. Spence says that he has written to the United States Embassy seeking some assistance in locating her. Hey, one of your citizens are missing here in Jamaica, and they rented a car from us, and the car has also been missing as well. And it's been over 40 days now. A number of rent-a-car operators have reported being the target of fraudsters or thieves, saying that this is something that they do. They come in, you can tell that they're creating a line of deception from the minute they enter, giving these different addresses. One address at the airport, you get to the rental car company, you give them another address, and so on and so forth, right? Immediate past president of the Jamaica Rent-A-Car Association, Rena Forbes. She was busy on Tuesday, according to the Gleaner, trying to recover one of her own vehicles that had been stolen earlier that day from one of her clients. And budget rental car Diana Stewart said that one of her cars, a 2021 Suzuki Desire, valued at approximately 6.5 million Jamaican dollars, was stolen in Ocho Rios just last week from a person who had rented it. I believe the people who are stealing these vehicles are actually a part of a car stealing ring that's putting up the vehicles to get the parts from the vehicles. Wow. This is what Stewart told the Gleaner. Now we're talking about you rent a if you can get like a 2018, 2019 transmission, it's relatively brand new, or even in Jamaica in these places, you swap that out for an older vehicle transmission. If you have people that can change parts out and do all that, then this can be a lucrative business, although it is illegal. People are saying that this is where this is pointing to. The rental company people are saying this is what it looks like. It looks like there's a ring of car thieves out there going around stealing these rental vehicles, and they're probably putting them up for parts. Right now the panic is on to find this American woman because she is not Jamaican and she went missing in the United States of America. Well, I can tell you a couple of things. If you don't believe me, you don't believe me. But there are American authorities on the ground in Jamaica, believe it or not. Okay? And they're going to get to the bottom of this one way or another. Eventually, they will. If they really want to press, they can find her quickly. However, I don't think this is a case of somebody who was kidnapped. I don't want to be wrong, and I hope she is okay. Because the flip side to this could be that she was kidnapped, coerced, against her will, fighting to survive, doing what people are telling her to do, held hostage, etc., etc. Could be. But I will point back again to the fact that when she entered the country, she herself gave one address coming off the airplane saying this is where she was going to be staying. By the time she got to the rental car company, she gave the rental car company a whole nother address in a whole nother part of Jamaica that she would be staying at. That alone is shifty and shows motive that she probably had something planned and was already working with somebody to make this go that way. You're going to come into the country, you're going to rent the car, just get them a fake address when you reach, right? One at the airport, give them a next one so they can't trace you. You can't give them an address for where you're going to be staying if you're going to be at a hotel because they could show up there. All right, so get them this and give them this. We're going to pick the car up from you and then you're going to go bomb, disappear, and whatever. Could be that. But then, if she's somebody who is a visitor to the island, why would she be in the island stealing cars or being a part of a car ring and she hasn't gotten back out of the island in 40 days? Maybe I'm thinking too limited. Maybe she is somebody that is in trouble in the US and she's on the run, or in trouble somewhere else and she's on the run. Maybe she left Jamaica on a boat and she is somewhere in Haiti or some other Caribbean island. You never know. But it remains to be seen. Now, chapter 1 is a person that commented, and chapter 1 says, I don't know what the deal or the circumstances are, but this is called a slippery slope. Logic to JA says, the Prime Minister needs to have a frank talk with Jamaicans. When this happens, all radio stations and TV must focus on him and his speech. He needs to tell us where finances are. We need to talk frankly about changes as a people we need to make. We need to talk unity. We need to talk death penalty implementations, moving expeditiously. Lastly, what kind of Jamaica is needed and we are going to be? I don't know how that come in, but that was the comment that was left. And Marge Walk responded by saying, I don't care about the car. It is insured. If this woman is being held against her will, I pray for her safe return. Is she missing in her country? That's an important question. Has the authorities in Jamaica tried to make contact with U.S. authorities, tried to reach out to the families of her, whether by tracing her address, looking at her ID? I'm sure if she has a passport, she is in the system, so she wouldn't be too hard to find. Go look up those family members and ask them when last was she seen, when last did they get in touch with her, is she okay, etc., etc. Before we go saying, oh, she was kidnapped in Jamaica, she's been held against her will. It's a wicked place. Don't go there, it's scary. Adrian M. Levy says, when you are missing in Jamaica for as long as 40 days, it is very unlikely that you are going to be found alive and well. And I second that talk right there. Everybody knows Jamaica is paradise and hell in one. Things can go very right and joyful, and it can be sorrow, weeping, and moaning the next minute or within the instant blink of an eye. So anything can happen. 40 days missing in Jamaica, no one has heard from you, and you went missing with a car that also cannot be located, is never a good sign. So the car doesn't have a tracker on it, is what one person said. You can't rent car these days without the relevant security features. I hope they find both of them soon, the car and the woman. Williams said, here we go again. Another event to scare people from coming here. Having a good time and the country benefiting from foreign hard currency. Lorna V. Gray says, boy, the Jamaica Gleaner, some FYI shouldn't be. The editor have redacted the license number. No one knows the circumstances of the disappearance, and all this DL information could come back to haunt you financially. The Truth said, imagine traveling from the USA to Jamaica to steal a 4-year-old Corolla. There must be something else to this story. Definitely. Again, imagine traveling all the way from the USA to Jamaica to steal a 4-year-old car. There must be something else to this. Cheryl says, sigh. Do hope she is found alive and well. And J.A. Brainbox says, now, This is some good investigating. The only thing they left out was the color of the car. A GPS cellular tracker sells for less than $10 on eBay. It would be a worthy investment. News to all the people who rent cars in Jamaica. A GPS tracker on your vehicle. But here's the thing. Jamaica is a dangerous place. You put a GPS tracker on my vehicle and then next thing me get robbed. I can probably trace that GPS tracker and said, the persons who rented me the car also set me up. They were tracking me by GPS and they sent somebody to come rob me because them know say I'm a tourist and I just fly into the place. So it's a difficult, slippery slope. It's a twisted story with many twists and turns. We here at SouFLoTV, we hope that she is found alive and well. But I don't think she can just be found alive and well and everything be okay. You're gone with the people them care for over 40 days. Something else in a something. And like somebody said, imagine traveling all the way from the US to Jamaica to steal a 2016 Toyota. Don't make sense. Something more is in this story. So we'll wait for the more that is in this story. For those who are saying, boy, the rental car company more concerned about the car than about the woman, well, let's not forget that the rental car company had a date with her on a contract to return their property. I know, like say, I know cheap property is a $6.5 million vehicle. The rental car company had an agreement with her to turn it in on a certain date, which was the 15th of November. She has not been heard from, seen. She did not call. She didn't tell anybody to call the rental car company and say, I want to extend my time with the vehicle or I'm going to turn it in but I'm in difficulties somewhere. Nothing. And yet they tracked her to Facebook and saw her posted up at Duns River Fall December 7th. Remember, November 15th she was supposed to. So why would these people be more concerned about her safety than about their vehicle? They have a right to be concerned about their property as well, right? We're going to leave it right there though for now. And again, hit that subscribe button, but most importantly, click the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified. So when we get the update to this story of what's really going on, if she's found, so on and so forth, you get to hear that as well. And you're notified when we put that video up. It's SouFLoTV. Leave all your comments in the comment section below. Just keep it respectful, clean, and I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.